Hi guys, welcome to lesson 3, concept A, and I'm jumping down to the example. Find the perimeter and area of the polygons. Okay, so the trapezoid ABCD is telling us that AB is parallel to DC and angle C is a right angle, and AB is 2 units, BC is 2 units, CD is 4 units, and AD is 2.8 units. Parallelogram, KLMN, KL is 3 units, LM is 2.8 units, KJ is the height from the segment KL to the segment MN, and it has a length of 2 units. Okay, so this is asking us which of the following statements is true regarding the area and perimeter of the two quadrilaterals. Okay, well, the quickest way for me is to first find the perimeter, because I can easily remember what the perimeter is. It's just how far would you have to walk if you were to walk around this object. So it's just calculating a distance, and thank goodness they gave us the distances of each line segment. So we will just total them up for the perimeter. So here we go, 2.8 plus 2 plus 2 plus 4. So 2.8 plus 2 is going to give us 4.8, plus another 2 is 6.8, plus 4 is going to equal 10.8. So the perimeter is 10.8 for the trapezoid. And this is called a right trapezoid because of the right angle. And so now we have our parallelogram perimeter. And what I'm not going to panic here. I'm going to take a deep breath and remember that parallel sides in a parallelogram have the same distance. So this side is also 3, and this side's parallel side is going to, KN is going to be 2.8. They have the same distance. So now I'm just going to total them up. So 2.8 plus 3 plus 2.8 plus 3. And that's going to equal 2.8 plus 3 is going to give me a 5.8. If I did it again, I have another 2.8 plus 3, so I have two 5.8s. So 5 plus 5 is 10, and 0.8 plus 0.8 is 1.6, so I have a total of 11.6. And I'm just speaking how I am thinking out loud. I always found it beneficial when I would listen to people explain their entire thought process out. So I'm going to just talk exactly what I'm thinking. So the first thing I notice is the perimeters are not equal. So I'm going to jump down to these solutions and look at the statements and get rid of the ones that say they have the same perimeter. So this one says same perimeter and this one says same perimeter. So I don't have to worry about those two. So now let's look at our area. So the area for our trapezoid is 1/2 the height. And if you're wondering, take a deep breath. They normally include the height right here, and because this becomes a square, this distance is going to be the same as this distance. So it gave us the height, they just didn't specifically draw the line and say here is our height. We used a little bit of critical thinking. So our height is 2, so 1/2 times 2 times, I remember it's our base 1 plus our base 2. So 2 plus 4. And our bases are the ones that are parallel to each other. So they said AB is parallel to DC. So AB is parallel to DC. Whoops, I should mark it with arrows because that's how it's indicated as parallel. So 1/2 times 2 is 1. Times 2 plus 4 is 6. So 1 times 6 is gonna give us 6. Okay, so jumping over here to our parallelogram, our area is equal to the base times the height. Okay, and the reason that is because if I were to take this triangle section of the parallelogram and just slide it over here to where the 2.8 lines up with the 2.8 side, our new object is a rectangle that starts right here, goes over, down, and across. And so the base times the height, that's where that formula comes from, is they just rearranged a part of the parallelogram over because it's the same area. And so our base is going to be 3. Can't really see yellow. 3 times 2, which is 6. So the areas are the same. The two quadrilaterals, both quadrilaterals have the same area, but KLMN has a greater perimeter. Greater KLMN means, okay, so the parallelogram has a bigger perimeter. Is 11.6 bigger than 10.8? Yes, so that one is going to be the one we click. Well done. Okay. So, there's your example.